Good morning. Alright, so wild day yesterday as expected. We had a 159 point range. Initially, I wasn't expecting a trend day yesterday because usually FOMC days are not until we get the news, but right off the bat we had some sellers tested the low, broke through these lows, and then we kept going. We broke the IB low, and then each 30-minute period was lower lows. We keep going low. We hit all those bearish imbalances that we had marked on our chart that I deleted this morning because we already tested them. And then eventually started bouncing after the rates were announced, and on the press conference we started ripping. We couldn't take this high, and then we dumped really hard. Like this move is crazy. Look at this, from top to bottom. That was the whole range in the last hour. So big drop at the end of the day. The settle ended up being at 73.51. That's the official settlement. You can get it from the CME website. And inventory now is about 95% long, I would say. So what we should see is a move towards that settlement to correct the inventory to big range. So maybe not the whole thing, but at least back to that overnight point of control. I think that we should see a test of that. But the main thing I'm watching is yesterday's value, because we have a big range and a lot of volume in this area. So as long as we stay inside value, as long as we hold value area low, which is at 73.85, what we should see is a move towards value area high. Obviously here we have a little bit of resistance. We have the 20-day point of control. We shifted down to 74.48, so that would be a target. But as long as we stay inside value, we should see a move towards those highs. If we see sellers again and we get below yesterday's value area low, excuse me, below 85, then yes, I'm looking for this settlement to be retested and move back to there. And then below that, look at this. I turned on the yearly profile. That's the blue. 72.20 it's a high volume node, and then we have the 200 daily moving average here. That's the top of this distribution, that if we start trading below it, then we have a lot of room to the downside. We have the big 7,000 strike on SPX. Also we have that 360-day point of control. But so far what I'm more interested is to see if we hold value today. Remember that today is also Apple's earnings after the bell, so traders are waiting for that, and Amazon's earnings, Coinbase earnings, Rivian earnings, Chevron tomorrow morning. So a lot of earnings still today. So let's see what happens today. And then but then yes, remember yesterday, after a big range, yesterday we could have a little bit of consolidation and a market that just holds these lows. So let's see what happens. also very important, I didn't mention this, but very important is to watch these two lows. That those are the lows that we've been watching. The previous week's low and this other weekly low, those equal lows. And now, right now, just a few minutes ago, we tested there, and then we're seeing sellers there. So this level, which is the bottom of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-day balance or 4-day balance, that we need to see if it holds or not. Above that, then we can see a squeeze into that 20-day point of control. So we've been seeing, remember I've been talking about Nasdaq being super weak, and today we're seeing a little bit of the well, it's not the opposite, but look where the high of the overnight range is in comparison to ES, right? So now, relatively speaking to this previous session, NQ is a little stronger because we're already a value area high for NQ. So watch that. If we can get back above it, then look for 28,000 and move back to that 28,000, which is now the 5-day point of control. Crude looking like it wants to fill that gap, but so far it's rejecting that area. Gold, we rolled over to the new contract, so now that resistance, the support area that was below 4,000 is now around the 40-20 level. We're still holding that 20-day point of control. See, yesterday we had also a volatile session on gold, big dump and then recovered pretty hard. So now we'll see if we trade through. Well, actually, we did test the upper edge here, and then we came back up. A few round trips it looks like. So the next thing to watch is that 41.75 area to see if it holds, and above that, see if we can test this high from the 21st of July. Alright, that's about it. Yeah, that's it. Alright, good luck.